Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the BillyJoe Podcast. My name is Billy.
I'm Joe.
Good to have you guys back for another week. Joey, how are we?
I'm good.
We good?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good. We're matching, eh?
Are we?
Grandma and sneaker like us, same
Yeah,
colour.
got the greys.
How good's that?
Awesome.
Mate, another, just before we start, I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors that you'll see coming up on the screen right now, ladies and gents. Guys, without yous, we can't be where we are today. You guys help us move forward and progress us in the right direction. Mic'd Up. Shout out to our major partners, Mic'd Up, Dan and the crew. Thank you for all you do, my bro. You guys are phenomenal, second to none. And we really appreciate everything you guys do. Now, Joey.
William.
Absolute belter today. I think I should introduce
I
it.
actually
Yeah.
I didn't know him. I know him now. And we were talking about him coming on and I've seen his name in the comments and messaging and very, very active with us. Massive follower of ours. But then I had the honor and privilege, very sad occasion, but I met him at one of our friends' wake. And then that's when I put the dots together that he was actually coming on. So go ahead.
Guys, in life, there is many ups, many downs, right? You come from different walks of life. You can be at the very top, and overnight you can be at the absolute bottom. But being at the bottom doesn't necessarily mean you stay there. Our next guest has seen it all. He's lived the high life. He's also probably lived the low life. He's been through it all. He's faced many, many adversities in his life. He's a proud Christian man, family man now. His journey is nothing short of amazing. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to the podcast Mr. George Isaac. Welcome, brother.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
Georgie, welcome.
Absolute
Thanks,
pleasure to have you, my bro.
Yeah, that connection.
It's good.
I love your name, by the way. George Isaac. Cracker name.
Is it?
I know, I've always loved the two first names.
Yeah, it's mad. It's hectic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Beautiful. It's a blessing.
George Isaac. Yeah, it's a banger of a name.
I want to get right into it. What do you reckon, Joey?
Go hard.
Well, I guess they don't know, G. We obviously got a lot of history together. We've known each other a very long time. Introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself now, where you grew up, schooling life, what your childhood was like. Just give our audience just a bit of a background about yourself from a very young age.
I'm George Isaac, but I go by Georgie Mark. I'm 45 years old. I grew up in Auburn. That's where I resided for a very long time. I went to a local school called Benedict Junior and then Benedict Senior.
Which is now Trinity?
Yeah, Trinity Catholic College. My upbringing was like any Lebanese family. We had great parents that the foundations of our life was about work and building security for the future. But with that came a lot of negativity in the sense where there was no connection because everyone was working. So I found connection in my local places that I visit, and that kept me in a very dark place for a very, very long time.
What do you mean by connection, G? Connection with who?
Like with my family, it was more because they worked so much and were never embedded with the faith, knew nothing about God, or even though we went to a Catholic school, the Catholic faith wasn't even brought to us. So I had no connection with my family growing up. So that pushed me more into getting involved in local gangs at a very young age. Maybe about 13, 14 years old. Got involved in the local boys and Parramatta Snooker Room and Auburn Snooker Room.
We're going way back. We're going way back now.
Yeah, so that's
the underground billiards and all that.
Yeah.
In Granville and all. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
So you were there at the age of 13 years old?
Yeah, 13.
Those billiard rooms, don't they have isn't like a pub? Isn't like an
illegal
18s?
casino almost,
No.
yeah.
It wasn't?
Like an illegal casino, wasn't it? Back in those days?
You're talking about the Granville
Yeah,
Royale, those days.
I'm talking about those days, yeah. Okay.
I'd be only allowed to get to the front door.
Okay.
No internals. But Parramatta Snooker Room, I had all arcade games and.
Oh, okay. So were you all the same age?
Yeah. No, these guys were much older. So I was hanging out with much older guys.
And what did that life look like for you with these guys?
Well, it was all was all that gangster lifestyle, materialism, like saying things to the wrong people, and like the snooker room was always a place where of refuge for me, because I felt it was my escape, and I looked up to these boys at a very young age.
Did you get into any heat at that age? Any trouble? So what? Like, just explain to us what a day looked like for you at the snooker room or outside of it with these older boys. Like armed robberies, is there like you're putting it on someone, bashings, all in brawls? Like, what did it consist of?
So a typical day would have been, like waking up and then just skipping school and going there. Just ways to make the easy buck. But I remember there was one, a still vivid memory. There was a rival, someone that had a fallout with one of the boys, and I remember it was at Parramatta Snooker Room in the alleyway, that little alleyway near Westfields.
Yes. Near the loading dock.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I can't remember which area, but if that was my first time getting involved in like a physical altercation with someone, and it was broken. We had to break the snooker, like the cues, break them in half, and that's it. We had to unleash, and I felt it was fight or flight for me, and adrenaline in that situation just took me overboard, and just from then I got the real taste of what a man should be, and that was only thinking that was the only way I could pursue. So my anger from that life, those incidents caused me to have more rage and anger and bash everyone that I could see.
Did anyone get hurt that day?
Yeah, a few people got rushed to hospital. I think it was in the news as well, in the Daily Telegraph. Some people got hospitalised, skull fractures and stitches and stuff like that. But yeah, they were outnumbered. So
you were in your teens when this was happening?
Yeah.
What, 15, 16?
Yeah, so that would have to 16, 17, a bit older then.
Georgie, I find this absolutely bizarre. You want to know why? Because I know you. I've known you for a very long time. I know your family history. I know that the business your family's built, it's based on a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Now, a lot of people in your age, at that time, B6, they would have looked up to their family like, my mum's working hard, my dad's working hard. Look what we're doing. Like, I need to take over. I need to one day take over this place. Like, and you wouldn't, like, bashing people and like going down that route, bro, would have been probably for me anyway, man. It would have been, because you know my story with my family history too, with my dad and all that sort of stuff. Like, I went the opposite way. I could have went down that way, but I wanted to go down the other route, the positive route, to obviously work hard and stuff. Like, that never crossed your mind to, like, I'm gonna knuckle down. I'm not going to go to school. I want to work in the family business, that sort of stuff.
No, that's what I was saying. I didn't have that connection. So with that, from all my rage and upsetting my parents so much, I got kicked out of home at 19. So that was like, in a Lebanese like environment, getting kicked out of home is a huge thing.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah, and for parents to take that initiative to kick me out goes to show how mucked up and how screwed I was at the time. Yeah, and I moved. I moved to Melbourne. I moved to Queensland. I moved to South Australia, and I didn't think about my family, because getting kicked out of home was one of the best things for me at the time. Thinking, wow, I've got more freedom now to do what I want. I don't have to come home anymore.
That's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, I know, and that's where that life turned to very dark places.
Mm. So. And just to let people know that don't come from a WOG background, when you get kicked out of home, it's not like mum comes over to do the washing, you catch up with dad, and you go to the pub and have lunch with him. It's like when you get kicked out, you get cut from the family.
Correct.
Right? And why I say that is because I've been kicked out myself. Something.
Oh, well, I was like, I'm trying to act cool about
I
that.
saw your face.
Yeah, I was trying to act cool about it, but what?
Yeah, I've never touched base on that. I've never touched on that story ever.
Well, I don't know what you, George.
But yeah, like there was dark times. Like I'll never forget the night I got kicked out. I rang my brother. My brother was interstate, so then I rang my sister-in-law, and fair enough, she goes, "Look, Joey, like your brother's not home. Like I can't have you sleeping over," which made complete sense to me. But I was already driving there thinking I could sleep there. And they all lived in Greystone. So when she said she can't sleep then, it was pretty late. I didn't want to ring a cousin or a mate. So I wrapped a Yui on Burnett Street. So I got off the M4, Burnett Street on the roundabout, went back down the M4, and then I parked and slept on the M4 in my car.
On the on-ramp?
On the on-ramp.
On Burnett Street?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like a fucking dark moment, yeah? But anyways, so when you say you get kicked out, I resonate with that because I know exactly what that means for you is you now have no access to your family, right? Where do you go from here? So you get kicked out. Did you pack a bag?
No.
You're not... So, you don't getting kicked out is you're leaving here, motherfucker.
As is?
And you take nothing with you, right?
Nah, fuck that.
You said you moved to, was it Melbourne first?
I moved to Melbourne.
So that the next day, or like talk to us about that, where you ended up in Melbourne and what did Melbourne life look like for you?
So the boys that I was hanging out at the time never gave me like that support. They just said, "Yeah, all right, whatever, come crash with me." And then one of them lived in Melbourne, so he said, "Come crash in Melbourne with me." So I didn't care. I went. I didn't even think about my family. I didn't think about no one. I just thought about myself. My selfish. As an addict, you always play the victim card, and I'm the victim. No one else cares.
So at that time, when you say addict, you were taking drugs.
Yeah.
What was the preferred drug?
I started off on ecstasy.
Yeah.
When I was like 15, 16 and pot. But yeah, as I got deeper into gang life, I experimented with cocaine and that became my drug of choice for a very long time.
All right, so you're addicted to coke.
Yep.
You go to Melbourne. What happens in Melbourne?
It continued on. I started to rub shoulders with the underworld in Melbourne back in those days. And then
what year is this, Georgie?
so I would have been 20 years old. So not in the early 2000s.
That's like, let me just make it clear, early 2000s is like hardcore underworld Melbourne.
Yeah.
Is that not right? Like you're talking there was like some big names.
Yeah.
What was, can you, no?
No, I'm not.
Okay, go on.
Off camera.
Yeah.
No, jokes.
But then Sydney, I felt Sydney was more appealing for me. So I came back to Sydney with some of these boys. And then I got involved, like these boys started to hang out with bikies at the time. So I started to rub shoulders with some bikie gangs at that age as well. And then I felt that drill was more for me. I love that bad boy image, like tattoos. So I started to experiment with that. So I started to tattoo my body.
Yeah.
So I'm covered now, like from my legs all the way up to my neck, just thinking that this is me, this is love, like love.
Yeah.
But it was artificial love. It wasn't the genuine agape love that God gave us. It's the artificial love that runs out. It's finite. It's things, you need to fill it up to feel complete. So yeah, I got more deeper into that life, and I started to steer away more from them because I started to love the drugs more. So I started to isolate myself more, and do drugs by myself, which is very dangerous. Like it became to the point where I'll just sit in front of my window and just watch cars and people driving past, thinking someone's going to come get me.
So paranoid.
Yeah, very bad. And I never experienced that before. It was only until I...
So what year is this, Georgie, and how long is it now that you haven't spoken to your family?
So it would have been maybe 6 months into it. But my mom kept using my little sister to ring me. And
Okay.
That was one driving force for my mum. She wouldn't talk to me, but she'll get my younger sister. And she was very young at the time, maybe 8 or 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she'll be ringing me up, please come home. And her voice was like, the baby innocent.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know anything else.
Our kids' age.
Yeah,
pretty
so,
much, yeah.
but I couldn't care. I didn't come home. Then I remember I went back to Melbourne for a bit. And then I remember it would have been about Christmas time. I had just some random, I think we were getting on it together, me and her. And I was telling her what happened to me. And then she said, why don't you just go back home? So all this time I had all these boys around me. Not one of them ever said to me, stuff you, George, go back home. It was always, yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. But this girl, for some reason, got through to me. And she said, go back home. And I don't know what happened, but I just felt something just pushed me to go back home. So I went back.
How old are you now?
So I've been 22. I came back home. No one was home because I didn't know much because my family weren't inviting me to Christmas. So I rang my sister, my older sister, and she said, oh, we're at home having Christmas Eve at mine. She said,
Your sister's married?
Married, yeah.
Yeah.
But because I'm not talking to my family, they didn't invite me to the Christmas.
Yeah.
So I went to my sister's. I've built that courage, like the courage to go back in. And all I did, I saw my dad and he saw me and I just ran up to him and hugged him. Didn't say much. We just hugged. I think that's the Lebanese way to say sorry.
Yeah.
Because I've got too much pride. I'm not going to say sorry. I'm going to wait for him. And he's probably had that same
He's
mindset.
thinking the same.
So we didn't even say sorry. We just hugged. And I thought things would change when I went back home. Things didn't. I thought I would get closer to my family, but I didn't get closer. It drew me more away because I was now at home in a safe haven doing drugs. And in that time, my father got sick. So when I was in my addiction, my father got diagnosed with cancer, stomach cancer. And because I was so numb and high on drugs, it just went over my head.
You didn't feel it.
Yeah, okay.
The severity of it didn't really hit. Fuck.
And then
Take your time, G.
And then he got worse and worse. And then I remember for the first time in my life, I prayed. Someone told me pray. So I prayed. I said, hey, if you're a God, I don't know which God I'm talking to, but if you're a God of love and humility, like people have been telling me, you would heal my dad because he's very sick. He's not doing well. Nothing happened. And then his cancer spread that severe, stage 4. He got rushed to hospital unconscious, in like a coma. And that was the only time that I ever said to my dad, I love you, when he's on his deathbed. Because I lived my life thinking everything was about me and my selfish ways that I waited for other people to say it first before I would have the courage to say it myself. But yeah, I watched him die and nothing we could do about it. And from then, I spiraled out of control. One, I lost my father. One, I lost a father figure. So my drug use and my affiliation with gangs got even deeper. One night, I got hands of some coke, and ordered 14 grams to be exact. And then I went on a bender on my own. I took the whole 14 grams, and then I remember someone left some Xanax in my drawer, so I took that too, and I woke up in hospital. Woke up in hospital not knowing what was going on. The doctor comes in after a blood test, said that, do you know why you're here? I said, no. I said, because you've consumed X amount of cocaine. So like someone's blood count would be like, say, 2 milligrams of thing. Your one was like 8. Like your blood count of the cocaine in your blood was over. And I laughed it off, and when can I get discharged? And I got discharged. The following week it happened again. And I'm back in hospital on another bender. And I couldn't care less, Joe and Bill. I was so in my own little bubble that I couldn't care less. And you guys, I love what you guys do, and it's about mental health, about men, but I guarantee everyone that's been in my position, even though I've had everyone around me. I've had gangsters around me. I've had the money around me. I've had women, the cars. I've had everything, but I still came home empty. Like that, there was something always missing in my heart, even though I had that facade of walking around Parramatta Church Street, like with my head up with all these boys and everyone just watching and looking at us. And mate, it was like, wow.
You were rock stars, bro.
Yeah.
I remember you had that rock star status. I was a young pup when you guys were doing that, and the reputation you guys had, it was like, bro, I would have been about 18, seeing you walk Church Street, go down the road to Roxy in Parramatta, the Albion Hotel. You guys and the crew you were with were like every young boy's epitome to be. And I was one of them, bro. And fuck, from a young age, bro, you don't. I would never think that this was really how you felt.
Yeah, and that's why I feel I took that path, because as much as I love our Lebanese heritage, our Lebanese culture, I love our ancestral, like our ancestors, what they've built for us. But one thing that we lack as a Lebanese is the real love. Is that love where you can just sit down with someone and not expect anything in return. Like, not about money. Oh, what have you built this week? Or what are you driving this week? Or how many units are you building? But a genuine conversation that you can sit down with someone and just genuinely speak about what you're going through and your struggles in life. But I never had that. It was always about money. How much can we make this week? Or who can we go after? Or who are we going to bash? But I just felt empty after it all. Even though I had it all, I just felt I was empty, Joe. And that's where
I'm not going to ask you, did you have any regrets when your father passed away? Because I already know the answer. Do you have a message for someone that's got a father in their life, or a father figure, or someone they look up to, or someone that's in their life that they're not talking to at the moment? You know, some silly argument. And I'm saying this now, and I know I've got something that I need to clear up. Yeah, but can you look down that camera and say something to someone that's going through that at the moment?
My whole life thinking that your parents aren't going to live forever. I had that perception of, nah, my parents will live forever. I can just continue on. But I've noticed that resentment and hate, all it does is drive a deeper hole. So the deeper the hole gets, the harder it is to get out. So I just want to tell your listeners, and just put your pride aside, put that it's probably like something pettish as well, something so small, but it's just over the years it's grown. Like, when you plant something, it just grows.
Yep.
And when you water it, if you don't water it the right way, it's like a weed. It just gets out of hand. So I just want to tell your listeners, put your pride aside. If you've got someone in your life that that you want to forgive, or they want to forgive you, and you've had that message on your podcast many times about forgiveness, and I want to reiterate, like, that message is that we need to love in the sense where forgiveness and forgive and learn how to build like that. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm in one of those.
No, it's fine, bro.
I get it.
Joe, did you have to say something before?
Yeah. I just got to make it clear to our listeners, the energy in this room right now, George is struggling for words. I'm struggling for words. I don't know if you can feel this through the camera, but right now in this room, fuck me dead,
bro.
you can slice it. You can slice the tension. The question I wanted to ask before, I wanted to make that point, because the drugs numbed you to your reality, to what was going on with your father. And I know you were punishing yourself, right? Because I'm punishing myself because I feel I had some unfinished business with my father. I'm doing the same things in different ways. But do you think you were trying to harm yourself on purpose, Georgie, with these benders? Waking up in hospital, not caring, doing it the following week. Were you subconsciously trying to end yourself?
Yeah. And if you want me to continue on with where those benders got to me, so I moved out again after my dad passed away, and things between me and my mum got out of hand, and we're just fighting and we're attacking each other sensitively, and then I moved out again, and then I remember I would go on these benders with these boys, but then I'll still come home lonely and empty. And I was saying, but I've got everything. I've got the money, I've got the cars, got the girls, got the status, got the image, but I'm still empty. So I bought a bird. I don't know why, I just felt a bird would give me companionship, fellowship. But I've had all these boys around me, but I felt no connection, even though would stay up all night and to dawn, but I felt empty. So that day, I took heaps of coke. I don't even remember how much I took, but then I popped 10 Xanax.
Straight away?
Yep.
Fuck.
So then I bought this bird, and I was so numb, and I bought a cage for it, and then because it was made in China, a lot of things don't line up. So I remember the timber that you put the bird sits on. I remember I had to cut it down, so I got a knife out of the drawer, started cutting, and then the knife slipped and it cut my finger. All I done was wrap my finger up in a pool of blood, whatever. Then I cut again, and then this time my other finger cut, and just a pool of blood. And then I heard a voice, a voice that said to me, "No one loves you. You're not worthy. You're rubbish. You're a fool. You might as well just end your life." And I agreed with the voice. I said, "You know what? Yeah, I am. No one loves me. I hate myself. I hate my life." I was about to cut my wrists. Even though I had everything in my life. I was so popular. If you ask people about me growing up, man, they wanted to be around me. They loved hanging out with me. I made so many people laugh, but I was so empty inside. So I was going to cut my wrist. And then I heard another voice. A voice I've never heard before. It was a dominant male, a male that was so peaceful. And he said to me, pray. And I said, pray what? And he said, pray the rosary. And mind you, I've never prayed. The only time I prayed was for my dad. When my dad was dying and I asked whoever the God was to get him out of it. And he didn't. So I didn't know who it was. But I felt it was something that gave me peace. So I dropped the knife. I dropped the knife and I cleaned myself up. I wiped the floor with the blood. And then I had a vision, a flashback. And if some of your listeners know about the faith, mums always pray for their children. It does not matter where they are in life or the struggles they're facing. A mum, for some reason, always prays for a child, even though the child might be so far away. Then I had a reminiscence of my mum. She had a rosary in one of my drawers. Because when my mum used to always want to come over, try to help. So I got this rosary out and I went to Google. I'm Google searching. I said, how to pray the rosary. And all these rosary things came up. And I just picked the first one. And I sat there, Joe and Bill. I sat there for like 6 hours praying, learning how to pray. For the first time in my life, I felt a sense of peace, a sense of joy, something that just I've never felt before. I went to sleep with this rosary in my hand. And when I woke up, no urges, nothing. I just felt completely grounded. I felt there was no need for me to run to my phone. I felt there's no need to ring the boys. There was nothing. I felt it was me. And who do you think the first person I wanted to run to tell about, look, I found God.
Your mum?
Yeah. I ran to my mum the next day. Mum. And guess what? My mum went on the defense. My mum thought I was coming to hit her. 'Cause all those years of me, the rage, anger, she went into flight mode. She got scared. I said, no, Mum, I'm here to tell you that I found God. And I thought she would have been happy for me. She rang a priest up after me and her had a conversation. She rang a priest up and she said to him, Father, and he knows my life. He goes, what's he done now? Has he been arrested? Has he gone to jail? Is he dead? She goes, no, Father. He came to me talking about Jesus and about praying the rosary and finding his faith. And she goes, I think he's gone crazy. Because you don't expect it. You don't expect someone the day before wanting to knock her out, to curse her, and the next day someone coming back to her talking about love and forgiveness. So I could understand, like, she thought I went crazy. And mind you, over the years I've said, I'm gonna stop. And then you go one day without drug, and then 2 days later you're on a 10-day bender. So she got used to me always disappointing her.
The letdowns.
Yeah. But I never knew it was a letdown because I was in my own world thinking only about myself. No one around me. And then that's where my life just changed. And you can see it in my smile, like how much where I was and where I am. And as you were touching on before about that guilt and the unresolved issues with my father, there was a lot of unresolved issues. And now that I have kids, I always say to myself, I wish my dad got to see my life now. Because The whole time, all my dad wanted what he wanted from me was to change. He wanted to see the son that he should have raised. So that was the unresolved. And telling him I love him on his deathbed when I've had 20-something years of being able to say I love you, but I never did. So that was the unresolved hurt, unresolved tension. But that didn't stop me from pursuing my faith. I knew that this was something that I had to pursue. And as I had this addictive personality, the overdose, the overboard on drugs and things, I knew that let's go overboard on this.
It would be the same with faith.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, George. This is it. So I said, God, what do you want from me? Tell me what you want. I remember the next day after that, I went to work and there was a tsunami in the Philippines, and because we work in food service, and you know what? Thanks be to God, my parents have always helped, and I don't brag and speak highly, but they've always helped the churches. They've always helped people in need. But unfortunately, look, I was in need. And that's where it always starts off. Charity always starts off at home. And God bless my parents. I would never, they've done the best they could, coming from a war-torn country, coming here and working. But the family environment and the family unity is the most important thing. And that's what I craved my whole life. And I guess that's why I took that. I sidelined myself and I went off track and I went off the rails, and I'm first to admit. So when the tsunami happened, someone randomly came and said, there was a tsunami in the Philippines, would you be able to help? And mate, I just come back to the faith. Man, and all those years I helped boys out, and anyone in trouble, I'll be the first one to run, be there. So I said, you know what? Yes, I want to help. And he goes to me, God bless you. Have this rosary, rosary and this CD on how to pray the rosary. And I said, you know what? Can I come? Randomly, just can I come do a mission with you? So I went. I packed up and went. I went with him to the Philippines. And I went to the slumps of the slumps. And I said to myself, mate, look at how we're living here. We're living like kings, and we're the most depressed. We're depressed. These people have a roof made of cardboard. They urinate and they go to the toilet in a tin can. They have to walk half an hour to get water. And mate, the joy in their faces, the smiles these people had was infectious. And that's what I've been craving my whole life, that smile. I wanted that. So from then, I remember I still had affiliations, so with the boys, and I remember one night we went out for dinner. There was about 20 of us.
So you're still speaking to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went out for dinner, and I was on the end of the table, and all I felt, no joke, was the Holy Spirit. I felt a sense of a gush of something just pushed me back off my seat. And I just went, oh. And then all I felt was one of them tapped me. And out of my awe, I go, what's wrong? He goes, mate, let's go to the toilet, mate. Come on, give me what you're on.
Nah.
Yeah. And I told him, bro, I'm on Jesus Christ. And then he just done, whatever, man. Whatever. But mate, that euphoric high that I received that day was saying, man, and it was for free. Joe, I've been clean now for 12 years. Wow. 12 years. I haven't got drunk and I haven't taken a drug in 12 years.
Well done, bro.
Mate.
So powerful.
From an addiction from 20 to 33 years, 13 years addicted, and I never went a day without cocaine. 13
Never
years.
went a day. Never went a day. Not weekend, day. Brother, well.
Waking up free, but didn't stop there. Spiritual warfare, how we were talking about before.
Off camera, yeah.
I remember one night I had my rosary around my neck, and all I remember was some power just rip into my neck and pull the rosary off my neck, and the beads went everywhere. Thought it was a dream, but then I woke up with the lines of the beads of the rosary all around my neck, and the handprints were all on my neck. Then the next day, all I remember was an organ playing, but it wasn't. I thought it was a church organ, and because there was a church down the road that I got to know the priest well, I rang him up the next day and I said, "Hey, Father, wow, do you guys play?" Because I'm new to the faith, so I don't understand. I go, "Oh, wow, do you play the organ late at night?" He goes, "No, we close at like 7 o'clock." But I said, "What was playing then all night?" I stayed up hearing it, and then he started explaining about the spiritual warfare, the good and the evil.
What does it sound like?
It sounded like the church, like, you know, the organ,
but with a lower octave.
In a demonic way.
Yeah,
like
lower octave. Yeah.
In a way.
Goosebumps, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck. That shit's real. That shit's real, cuz. I've spoken to you, George, about this off camera. This stuff's real. This spiritual warfare, Joey, is actually real. I've experienced it. Now that I've come closer to God and to the faith, I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong. Not far from it, but I think the devil sees you walking away from him, so he just wants to try and grab you. I had a conversation with MC Jade. You know Jade MC? You know Jade, the MC?
Yep.
A year and a half ago, same sort of conversations I've had with you over the years. He told me, he goes, "Mate," he goes, "I'm very proud of you that you're going on this path, that you're jumping on the horse and coming back to the faith properly." He goes, "But I've got to warn you." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "I have to warn you." I go, "What is it? What do you have to warn me about?" He goes, "It's not easy." I go, "Yeah, bro, I get it. Temptation, it's not easy. Yeah, eat the apple, don't eat the apple. I get it." He goes, "Nah, brother. It's not. He goes, "You're going to war." Mind you, we're at the Dalton House in Sylvania, we're having this conversation, yeah? We're at a gig, we're at work. He goes, "We're going to war." And like, I go to him, "What do you mean I'm going to war?" He goes, "You're going to war with the devil, bro." He's got to pray every single night that God showers you in his holy blood and his armor to protect you from what's about to come. And cuz the way he was talking to me, I was ready to run through a wall. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a bit overdone. But I actually got G'd up. I actually felt the strength, a different strength. I felt like something different, like something came in me to make me feel 10 feet tall. But I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Is this guy adding GST to the story? Long story short, in a nutshell, I started experiencing it. Never told anyone, apart from you. And it's real, bro. I'd be asleep. I'd feel someone pulling my leg, Joey. Pulling my leg, trying to pull me out of the bed. I'm thinking, first time it happened was probably about 6-7 months ago. I'm not gonna lie to you, I shut myself. All I done, and my wife would hear me. And Sandy would tell me, "Bill, just pray. Just pray. Just pray. It's all right." And she's half asleep when she's telling me this. Just pray. And me, I'm freaking out. I'm like, bro, what am I like? What? I can't believe I'm sharing this. But now that we're on the topic, I'm sharing it, and I'll share anything when it comes to Jesus. And I started praying, and went away. The second time it happened to me was 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. Same thing. Someone putting pressure on my leg and pulling my toes, trying to pull my toes and pull me. And I'm like, "Bro, Bill, you're not going crazy. You're not going crazy." And anyways, the second time it happened, I panicked at the start. Then I felt this peace, and I'm like, "I got you, bro. I got you." Just started praying the Our Father, bro, in such solemnness, like in gracefulness, and I had no fear at all, bro, because I knew He was with me. And next thing I know, bro, I've fallen asleep, and it's gone away. More to the story, bro. I feel you, Joey. It's real. It's and this is not after a big night. This is not after I've been pretty good off the drink and everything for a while. We have a moment here and there, but compared to how my life was before, mate, I'm proud of myself, and I'll say it
Absolutely.
And this shit's real, bro. And
I want to ask you, George, that night when you had with your bird and you had the knife, and then someone a voice said to you, like, end it, you're worthless. Then someone else came on top and said, pray. Would you say that, like, that was the devil at first, and then it could have been Jesus coming in over the top?
Because I've never heard that other voice before. Because in that life, like, I'm going to have another line. Yeah. You know, you speak to yourself. But that voice that told me that you're worthless, I've always heard that voice. But in that moment, I had the knife. I was in blood. Like, it attracted me more, I guess, because I was in that moment.
Mm.
And because I was saying, over the years, my life was worthless. Like, I didn't feel life had anything for me anymore because I've done it all and I was still unhappy. But when that dominant voice came, it overpowered everything else that I've gone through, and it gave me some composure, and it gave me clarity, and that's why I wanted to pursue it. And because my whole life, maybe subconsciously, I've been wanting to find God or find a higher power that helped me. Because, bro, we can't do it on our own. I've lived my whole life thinking that I can do everything on my own, and I've fallen short. But yeah, when that voice told me to pray, like when I said, like, oh, pray what? Like, for the first time in my life, I responded, where before I was, yeah, I'll get another line. Yep, I'll offer this person. Yep, I'll do this. I'll do that. But this voice overpowered all those moments that I've had in my life. And
Were people there? Were people with you?
No, I was on my own.
You're on your
That's
own.
it.
Under the influence?
Yeah.
Under the influence. This happened while you were under the influence?
Yeah, off my head.
Okay.
Because I was living alone in Homebush.
Crazy, bro.
So you go to the Philippines, you come back. What's life look like for you when you come back?
Oh, mate. I just want to tell everyone about Jesus. Mate, I was telling all my mates or everyone I used to associate with, and they started to pick up on me. Like, this guy, he's a threat. Not in the gangster life, but he's a threat, mate. He is now, mate. He doesn't want anything to do with us in the sense where he doesn't want to go out with us anymore. He doesn't want to take drugs with us anymore. He's worthless to us. So eventually they pulled away from me, which was
That's a blessing.
a huge blessing.
God pulled them away, bro.
But the beautiful reality is that God gave me a new course of life, and my eyes became so open that I thought everything was just going to be perfect for me. The friend that ended up becoming my friend, his name is Badi Musa. He's Queen of the Most Holy Rosary. He became a friend of mine. I went over to his house one night, like after I came back to the faith, and we're watching movies like about faith, and then we put on the movie about Padre Pio.
Yeah.
It's
Italian?
Italian, and it's got the subtitles in English. And I looked at the time, oh wow, 4 o'clock. And mind you, 4 o'clock in my old days we're just getting started.
Like as in 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, mate, I haven't drank, I haven't taken drugs, and I'm just like high.
He's your favorite saint, yeah, Padre Pio?
Yeah, he's very close to me.
Yeah.
Then I got in my car, and I completely forgot I had affiliation. I completely forgot about my car. I couldn't. I was driving. I left his house. He lived near Bankstown. And then I remember turning away from his street. All I saw was sirens behind me.
Oh, I remember this.
What the? But then it all started coming back to me. The devil started to throw all this stuff.
Yeah.
See? You got stuff in the car. And I panicked. And it was MIOC, Middle Eastern Organised Crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they had to call another, because in my life, they had to always call 2. So there was about 12 of them in total, 11, 12. And I knew the routine. Take your shoes off, George, empty your pockets, sit on the...
But you got nothing on you now.
No.
Yeah, no.
So sit in the gutter. They started searching the car, ripping the console, really ripping the glove box out, taking the spare tire out, everything, all the plastic door trims. And then all I heard was one cop say, "I found it." and I panicked. Like I literally panicked. My anxiety went through the roof. I didn't know how to breathe. I said, "Oh man, look, I've come so far. I'm so sorry. What have I done? Far out, man. See, just a situation like that, just a minute thing. Just that's it. My life's ruined." Then all I remember, he shined the torch in my eyes, and I couldn't see. Like, you know, they always play that.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing like just a glimpse of it. It ended up being like the incense, but had the Saint Charbel, because I remember someone gave it to me, the Saint Charbel, and then I had the little ointment, the
In
oil.
the satchel?
In the sachet.
Yeah.
In the satchel.
Sati for people that don't know.
Yeah. And he goes, I found it. And do you know what? When I saw that little, that was like a relief. He goes, and I said to him, "Hey, officer," I go, "that's incense. It's frankincense. It's pleasing to God." Like, who says that? I've never spoken like that before. Never opened the Bible. I didn't know. And then I got up and I started preaching to him. I started preaching about how much I've changed, how people can start with a clean slate, how people make mistakes, and my life is like a prodigal son. I've gone away, I've spent all my riches, and I've come back to the Father. I remember some of them were laughing at me. Some were like having their own conversations, but then I felt at peace. I felt like, you know what, I've done something right. I got back in my car, and then I remember one officer walking up. I can see him in the side mirror. He was walking up, and I said, "Oh, maybe you want to give something to me." And he grabbed my arm like very tight, like you know those
Firm.
Yeah, and he said, "You just inspired me to read the Bible." And I said to myself,
Wow.
"Mate, this is what God's calling me for now. This is my life." Because I used to always try to bring people away from the faith, bring into the darkness, into sin. But let's use my life, to bring people to Christ and to give God His glory for saving me. So from then, just things got better for me. I started to help people through the grace of God. And God gave me graces. Every time I see people come to church, I felt God just gave me like minute little feelings of grace. And you know what? They were so beautiful. And then through that, I met my wife. We got to know each other in a spiritual way. We're both devout at the time, so we'd done everything under the church umbrella. We got to know each other in that sense, and she planned something for my birthday. She planned a surprise birthday for me, but instead I turned it around on her. I surprised her with our engagement.
Oh.
So
Cracker.
yeah,
You're a Casanova, G.
so we had like 150 of our friends
How good's
and
that?
family there for my birthday, and I done a Bible. I got someone to make me a cake as a Bible,
Beautiful.
and then opening it, and the page sat the ring, and then I used Ephesians about men and women, and then will you marry me? So we ended up getting married. We've been blessed now with 5 children.
God bless.
Oh,
bro.
wow.
And that's how I know God works, because I came back to the faith in August, and God has blessed us. 4 of our children are born in August. The 3rd of August, the 6th of August, the 19th of August, and the 30th of August. And our 5th child, because God knows how much Father's Day means to me. My 5th child, Joachim, is born on Father's Day. So God's rewarded my last one. God willing, you never know, maybe more. But God blessed us with the 5th one to be born on Father's Day, because God knows that my dad, I know he's proud of me.
Oh,
12 years.
for sure, my brother. For sure.
Can I add my own twist to that, George? Everything that we have in life, we give praise to God. Without God, we can't do anything, right? But see that I truly believe our fathers can play a hand in our lives till today.
Oh, yeah, because you guys have lost your fathers.
Yes, brother.
So I truly believe your 5th child, your father played a part in that one. And you don't need to be told by anyone that he's proud of you. There is your sign that he's proud of you. Because I wanted to stop you earlier because you said, I wish my father could see me now. Brother, he sees you and more. He sees you in a way he couldn't have seen you while he was alive. Wow. And this is the only thing that is giving me peace at the moment. I'm only 5 months, bro, from losing my father.
God rest his soul.
Thank you, my bro, and both your fathers.
Thanks, bro.
And like we're getting messages are flying around from my cousins. God love my cousins, bro. I am so blessed with beautiful family. And the cousins are starting to rally because they know it's our first Christmas. And I'm not interested, bro. I'm not interested in, for me, it's going ahead. I'm going to do something, but for my kids, I'll never take that away from them. But in the midst of my pain, bro, the one thing that's keeping me going is knowing my father is putting his hands in things I'm doing. And then, fuck, I didn't want to do this, bro. It's not about me. I'm sorry, George. But I want to make a point to you, my bro. My father was always worried about me because I'm the youngest of the 5. He always used to say to my mum, "Here, there, this one." If I tell you how my life has changed since the day he died, it will blow your mind away. Where we're sitting right now, yeah, where we are right now, the people that are back in this show, yeah, Dan, Andrew Weeby, these people have come into our life, bro, through this show. And let me tell you something. You know, when I'm in my grief, when I'm in my midst of my depression, when I lost big money in my business, when I got ripped, right? I'm the type where I remove myself. I shut down. I'm not interested. 1,000 missed calls. I want nothing to do with no one. I'll disappear. That's how I deal with pain. But for some reason, my father, this was 2 days before he died. He's in the bed at Bankstown Hospital. And I'm in the hallway. I had my legs up on a chair. Outside of the room in the hallway, I can see my father through the door. And I'm on my phone. I'm flicking, and then an ad comes up for Mic'd Up. And just to show you.
You know I'm laughing. Yeah.
Why?
Continue. No,
yeah.
No.
So Bill done 2 episodes on his own. So if you don't believe us, jump down on YouTube.
7 and 8, I think it is. Episode 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Or 6 and 7. One of them. No,
go early. Go early. There was the 2 fathers.
Yes.
Respectfully, Joe and is it Joe and Elias?
Yes.
Absolute gentlemen. And I apologize for not being there on that one, boys.
And Jesse.
2 episodes.
Jesse Senny LaFeo.
I wasn't there because Dad was touch and go with Dad, and I was not interested. Dad first, family first. In this moment, I'm on my phone. I see this studio. Something just told me, we're done with your showroom, because that's where we used to shoot it, in my boardroom at my showroom. Something just told me, you're done. You've outgrown it. There's something bigger and better waiting for you.
3 months in, mind you.
Yeah, we're only 3 months in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I pick up the phone and I ring this gentleman, Dan. We were on the phone for 45 minutes, Georgie. And I'm sitting here talking about my show, Billy's show. This is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. I'm sitting here and like, my dad's dying in front of me. I look back now and think, where did I get that strength from? That's not me. Because the old me is like, no, depression. No, mourning. Dad's dying. Fuck the podcast. Fuck everyone. Not interested. But no, it was like, I got to do this. Dad dies on a Thursday. No, sorry, Dad died on a June 8, whatever it is, June 8, 2025. We bury Dad on a Thursday. We shoot our first episode the following Wednesday. 6 days later, we shot our first episode here.
I don't even think it was that, Joe. I think it was less.
Was it less?
I think it was less. And the reason why I chuckled is because you seen the ad pop up. And then, I don't know if you remember, I sent it to you.
So he sends it. So now I've spoken to Dan, 45 minutes. He's sent me an email to say, this is like what we're about, this is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Couple days later, he sends me...
No, it was probably the day.
The next
same
day?
or and he said, "Oh, you go."
It was pretty much almost immediately. He sends it to me saying, "Bro, have a look at this studio. It's cracker. It's in para. This and that." Blah, blah, blah.
Swear to God, bro.
Wow.
And I go to him, bro. I've already spoken to them. Yeah, we got a meeting next week.
He goes, "On tour. We've got a meeting." He goes, "I'm already on tour, bro."
So just going off that, I don't want to talk too much about this, but you don't understand the moves that are happening. Not only with this, in every aspect, yeah? And it's funny. You want to talk about spiritual warfare. I'm not going to mention what's happened because it's something very personal, but let me tell you, the fucking devil, things were going great. You know. But one day it just blew up. It blew up. And I just got in the car. No, I got in an Uber. Don't have a license.
Yes, Uber.
Got in an Uber.
New South Wales
New
Police.
South Wales Police. Got in an Uber.
Uber, yes.
Got in an Uber and I just...
Sandy picked you up.
Yeah.
I remember I got the notification on my
That's
phone
right.
because I ordered it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
No,
did you say Sandeep picked you up?
Yeah, I seen. I actually got the invoice.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Company paid.
Yeah, no, it is company's expense.
And I just looked at myself. I went, "What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?" And I ring my wife and I go, "ABC, like this just fucking happened. What the fuck? Where did it come from? How did it happen? This and that?" And she goes, "The devil is coming at you. Just pray." Georgie, why I'm saying this, brother, is your father is absolutely proud of you. He absolutely sees everything and he knows what's coming next. And you should be so proud standing here, the man that you are today. 5 beautiful children. And you get 4 of them all in August, and one of them's in September.
Yep.
Not far off.
Like, that, sorry, man, that's not a coincidence, bro. Come on, man. And August was when you saw the light.
Yep.
Come on, bro. You couldn't fucking make that shit up if you wanted to do a movie, bro.
100%.
Well, absolutely.
I got friends that have tried to have children. They come randomly, but for the grace of God. So I'm saying God's given me that reward because He knows where I was and where I am, and because I said yes. Same way, Maryam, when Mary said yes to the angel Gabriel, it's the same. I said yes. So
Amen.
the rewards are endless.
What do you reckon, Joey?
I don't know, man. I could go all night with you, Georgie, but like see where.
I told you it'd be good, bro. Like,
Well,
not that you doubted it, but you didn't expect
No,
it.
I never doubted it. But
No.
it's
I'm
just-
not saying-
I didn't know you, Georgie. I didn't know you, and you don't know this, but when I first met you in that backyard, when I hugged you, I felt something, bro. You're a special person, bro. You're a special person, and
Thanks, brother. You are too. You both are.
Such a small world where I met you. That's a massive loss that you've had in your family, and from Billy and I, we send our condolences, bro, because no one deserves to go through this. No one, not no one.
Georgie, I just got a question to ask you, bro. I said in the intro, you've gone through the highs of highs. You've had it all, bro. Been at the top, been at the very bottom. Now I find you're at equilibrium right now. You're balanced. What's your message to people, to the youth especially, bro? People that are listening here, that are in that life, bro, that are snorting coke every weekend, if not every day, on the drink, on the punt, want to live that, want that, because today's society is scary, bro. You see it. It's all about the image. It's all about the branding. It's all about how they look, what they're eating, what they're driving. What's your message to them, bro?
The message is plain and simple. It's just be a leader. We downplay the role of a leader in this day and age. It's always about followers. Look at Instagram, Facebook. People drive on getting likes on their photos and acting out so they can become famous. But the thing is, I've had it, as I was saying before, I've had it all. You always have to learn to ground yourself and check yourself. What is going on? Look beyond that bubble. See if you have that disconnection with your family. If there's an issue at home, tap into your emotions. Ask yourself, why are you on that binge? Why are you going to that, resorting to drugs? Why are you resorting to getting drunk so often? I have the best life now. It's not like the most fulfilling in the sense where it's not materialistic, but I'm content. I'm at peace. I can go to bed now with my head on the pillow, wake up knowing that I'm not going to have 50,000 missed calls on my phone or a drama, because the only drama that you play out is in your mind. So the message is to your young listeners is eventually that fades away. That lifestyle that eventually you get booted, in the sense where when you're not when you're not needed, or when you're expired, or you've used up, your date's gone by the use by, then they find someone else. If you're in that life and you can't get out, find a way. Pray. Like I done it. I found my faith through adversity and through trials and tribulations. And don't get me wrong, I still get attacked. Don't get me wrong. Do I get tempted? Yes, every single day.
That was my next question, bro. Do you still get you've been sober that long, George? Does it ever go away?
No. So
the temptation.
The temptation of drugs and and getting drunk stuff. Yeah. No, I don't. But the temptations come in other forms where women is a temptation. The way women dress immodestly now. But I don't put myself in an occasion of sin anymore. As I was saying before, I won't go to a nightclub, because I know that even though I'm solid and sober, there's things around me that causes sin. The music, the way women dance, the way men throw themselves at you wanting to fight. Not being in the occasion of sin. You have to be mindful, because the way the devil works is he's cunning, and he attacks you in ways that he finds little holes in your personality, and he attacks it. And he attacks me through I'm very impatient. Like I'm not going to put my hand up and say I'm a saint. I'm the most impatient guy, and I get frustrated and angry very easily. But am I aware of this? Yes, I'm very aware, and I try to change, and I try to find ways to be better, not bitter. But yeah, he uses things that cause me to sin in that sense. And hey, do you know what? That eventually leads back to going back to my old ways. but I choose not to because I know where I was,
You're very self-aware.
and it was disgusting, man. That's a disgusting life, man. Very, 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 very ugly.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
I can't even imagine you that way, George, because I know you as this George.
Please show him
actually-
a photo or something if you not now off camera, bro.
I actually can't picture it because you're just such a beautiful person, loving, tender, soft.
Chalk and cheese.
Yeah, bro, you
chalk
can't.
and cheese,
you,
brother.
you,
Chalk
you
and
wouldn't be
cheese.
able to picture it. But bro, so proud of you, man. So proud of you. And I know there's a lot of guys at the crossroads right now that can resonate and relate to what you've been through. And so glad to hear your story because there is a way out. You don't have to do anything. No one can force you to stay wherever it is that you are. We all got options. We all got choices. And thank you so much, George. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your wife for allowing you to tell your story as well, because we wouldn't hold it against any woman that would want to say to her husband, no, babe, just leave it there. You know, we've come so far. You know, this is our family now. You got kids. And your beautiful daughter, I met her on that day. Mate, she's at an age where she can pick up and she can flick this on and watch this. And, mate, just thank you so much for doing this, because not just because you came onto our potty, but there's just thousands of people that you can help, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks,
And you guys do an amazing job, because mental health in men is something we downplay it. And
Absolutely.
as Lebanese, we've always been told to sweep it under the carpet and let it sort itself out. But unfortunately, sorting itself out is suicide and going the wrong way. So I'll take my hat off to both you guys for the amazing effort you put into this. And if you can save one person, man, that one person can save thousands. So it's like a what's that?
Like a domino effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Snowballing effect.
So,
Sure.
and the good outweigh the bad. So God bless.
Absolutely.
Thanks so
Absolutely.
much, G. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Georgie. William?
Powerful. Very, very powerful, my brother. Once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but thanks so much, George. Guys, like Joey said before, man, the energy in this room is second to none, man. Like what I wish you guys can experience. I hope you guys are feeling what we're feeling through your TV screens, through your phones, whatever it is, however you're watching, through your Spotify. This truly was amazing. I just want to say massive thank you to all our sponsors, which you'll see coming up on the screen right now, man. You guys are phenomenal. We can't do this without you. And Dan, Andrew, and the crew, once again, mic'd up. Thank you very much. Joey, until next week,
William?
we'll see you guys next week.
do it
I'm
again.
Billy.
I'm Joe.
See you next week, guys. Thank you very much.
It's the
Take it easy.
BillyJoe Podcast, where the truth gets told. Stories from the heart, yeah, the vibe is bold. Talking real life, breaking through the pain. Every single episode, a change in the game. Billy and Joe, they bring the real talk. From the struggles of the wins to the late night walks. Voices of the people putting truth on blast. No filters, no masks, just facts that last. They shine a little light when the world feels cold. Conversations raw, turning stories to gold. From mental health battles to the dreams we